Yeah.
About that.
It's showtime.
Welcome to the YATCast. This episode is about impeachment and the Chief Justice. But first, I would like to give thanks to all my real-life and social media friends, and others, who forced me to delve deeper into things, to find the underlying cause. They forced me to determine why things are, or are not. They forced me to think about things in a way to see what could be, or what cannot be. So, let's get started. President Trump has been impeached. Period. He was impeached the moment the House passed the articles of impeachment. Whether or not they were transmitted to the Senate is irrelevant to being impeached. Whether or not he is convicted in the Senate is irrelevant to being impeached. The job of the House is to act as an investigation and a grand jury. It is their duty in the process to, in keeping with their power of oversight, gather evidence of crimes against the state and bad behavior. They then determine if it warrants impeachment. Note, back in the day, the 1700s, misdemeanor meant ill behavior. Look it up in a dictionary from the time period. If impeached, the articles are then sent to the Senate for trial. If you haven't, you should go back and watch all the videos I have done on the beginning of our country and the documents that set the stage. Just as a refresher, our documents were written to be understood by everyone. No expert is needed. You may want a period dictionary handy though. They used no extraneous words. They said what they meant and meant what they said. The founding documents have served us well for over 240 years. Okay, here's what the Constitution says about the Senate's role in this process. Article 1, Section 3. The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments. When sitting for that purpose, they shall be on oath or affirmation. When the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside, and no person shall be convicted without the concurrence of 2/3 of the members present. Judgment in cases of impeachment shall not extend further than to removal from office and disqualification to hold and enjoy any office of honor, trust, or profit under the United States. But the party convicted shall nevertheless be liable and subject to indictment, trial, judgment, and punishment according to law." Close quote. Article 2, Section 4 says, "The President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors." Refer to Episode 9 to learn exactly what impeachment is. The last paragraph of Article 1, Section 3, along with Article 2, Section 4, simply states that, if convicted, the President shall be removed from office and is not immune from criminal prosecution afterward. Now, let's unpack the paragraph that starts with, quote, "the Senate shall," close quote. Quote, "The Senate shall have the sole power to try all impeachments," close quote. Simply put, the Senate becomes a court in the case of impeachment. However, let's look at what try means. The meaning has changed little in over 240 years. Today's definition that applies is number 3, which states, "to examine or investigate, judicially try a case, to conduct the trial of, to participate as counsel in the judicial examination of," close quote. The relevant definition from Webster's Dictionary of 1824, number 4, states, to examine judicially by witnesses and the principles of law as causes tried in court, close quote. No matter how it may be spun, this is a trial. If it were to be anything else, our founding fathers would have stated as such. However, they limited the scope to the president, vice president, and a few other federal officials, and the punishment to removal from office. I must reiterate, this is a trial. Quote, to examine judicially by witnesses and the principles of law clearly states as much. There is no getting around it. The second sentence regarding the oath they take is self-explanatory. Our founding fathers held oaths as sacrosanct. To not abide by an oath was to bring dishonor upon them. It reduced their trustworthiness. The last sentence, regarding a 2/3 majority to convict, is self-explanatory. They wanted this process to be treated as a solemn thing and to be done as little as possible, although they provided this process to make it possible if need be. They trusted that the members of Congress would act for the good of the country over anything else, including, but not limited to, friendships, political affiliations, and personal interest. Now, for the Chief Justice, quote, when the President of the United States is tried, the Chief Justice shall preside. For most impeachments, the Chief Justice is not involved. The President is a special case. Why would the impeachment of the President be different? The President is the administrative branch, outlined in Article 2 of the Constitution. The President is one of the 3 branches. Check out Episode 5 for more information on this. What is the Chief Justice's role in this? Some would have you believe that he is just a figurehead. The Senate rules attempt to minimize what he can do. These rules regarding the Senate being able to overrule are unconstitutional regarding the Chief Justice in the case of impeaching the President. Here is why. First, the word shall means, according to the second definition from 1828, in the second and third persons, shall implies a promise, command, or determination. Our founders determined and command that the Chief Justice preside. Why? Because it's an issue between the 3 constitutional branches of government. It is Congress versus the executive. The third branch, the judicial, had to be involved to make it fair. Okay, now let's look at preside. Again, from Webster's 1828 dictionary, the first definition states, to be set over for the exercise of authority, to direct, control, and govern as the chief officer, close quote. So, let's roll all of that. Our founding fathers viewed an impeachment trial as a regular trial, with the Chief Justice acting as the judge for the purpose of determining whether or not the President should be removed from office. Period. Impeachment isn't just about the President or about Congress and their oversight. Impeachment is verifying and reinforcing the separation of powers because the Chief Justice is required to preside. and for Congress, the Senate, to attempt to override or neuter the Chief Justice, who is the judge, goes against the rule of law. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I'll see you at the next YATCast. Are you enjoying the YATCast? Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/YATCast. That's https://www.patreon.com/YATCast.